Hello viewers, welcome to the AutoX channel. Another day, another important car for the Indian automotive industry. As you can see, today I have with me Volvo's first ever electric car, the XC40 Recharge. Today, the XC40 Recharge has only been revealed as the launch is still quite a few months away. Volvo says that the bookings for the XC40 Recharge are expected to open sometime in June this year. That will be followed by the deliveries that are expected to start in October. Based on quick first impressions, you might assume that the XC40 Recharge looks very much similar to the standard XC40, and you're not wrong. The overall design is the same as the regular XC40, but being an EV, it does get a few EV specific changes. For example, at the front, it gets a new body painted fully covered grille. And at the side, the design of the alloys has also been changed slightly so that the car stands apart and is easier to identify. Now there's a very good reason the XC40 Recharge looks very similar to its standard counterpart. That's because the standard XC40 is already a handsome looking car. So Volvo does not really need to tinker around with the car's design. Just because the XC40 Recharge looks similar to its standard counterpart, it does not mean that its journey in becoming an EV has been easy. For example, the internal structure at the front has had to be modified significantly. That's because with the engine and the supporting mechanical bits gone, the engineers still need to make sure that the car remains safe as per Volvo's stringent safety norms, and they also need to balance the weight of the car. That's why the internal structure has had to be modified significantly. And of course, with the engine gone, you get a front trunk in the XC40 Recharge, better known as the frunk in modern lingo. And it offers additional luggage capacity of 31 liters. That also helps it compensate for the general luggage capacity of the XC40 Recharge, which is lower than the standard XC40. As I talked about the EV specific changes earlier, at the back, the XC40 Recharge gets a P8 AWD Recharge badge on the tailgate. The standard XC40 T4 petrol that has been on sale in India for a while develops close to 190 brake horsepower. But the XC40 Recharge is a 402 bhp all-wheel drive electric vehicle. That's a lot of power, and that is why Volvo has given it full-time all-wheel drive courtesy of a twin electric motor layout, one for each axle. Complementing that 402 bhp is 660 Newton meters of torque, and as EVs have instant torque delivery, expect the XC40 Recharge to be a very quick car. Of course, every EV comes with the additional weight of a huge battery pack. The XC40 Recharge has a 78 kilowatt-hour battery, and that adds to the car's total weight, which nears 2.2 tons. All this power and torque makes sure that the XC40 Recharge can do its 0 to 100 kilometer dash in under 5 seconds, 4.9 seconds to be precise. And if I talk about the XC40 Recharge's charging capabilities, Volvo has added a fast charging system to it as well. So, if you're charging the car using a standard wall socket, the car will take up to 8 hours to charge fully. But if you're using the 150 kilowatt DC fast charger, you can get 80% of the range in just about 40 minutes. Irrespective of the way you charge this car, the XC40 Recharge is capable of driving 418 kilometers on a full charge. But that's as per the European test cycles, and we're yet to determine how the car performs in Indian conditions. As I said earlier, the XC40 Recharge is Volvo's first ever EV. Internationally, the car was revealed in 2019, and now, barring the delays caused by the pandemic, the XC40 Recharge has finally made it to our shores in 2021. The XC40 Recharge is also a significant car for Volvo from another perspective, and that is the car's infotainment system. That's because the XC40 Recharge in Volvo's global lineup marks the debut of a new Android-based infotainment system. And the speciality of this infotainment system is that it comes with a lot of embedded Google technology and services. For example, it gets Google Maps, Google Assistant, and the Google Play Store. Other features of this infotainment system include over-the-air updates, voice commands, and all the standard features that you get from a modern-day EV. If I talk about the design of the interior, that's pretty much the same case as the exterior of the car. It's very much similar to the standard XC40. When you get inside, you'll notice a significant change, and that is in the car's instrument cluster. Now, of course, it's an EV, so it does get those EV-specific changes. But unlike other EVs, the XC40 Recharge comes with a mobile phone-style battery percentage indicator. It's a feature that everybody is already used to, plus it'll also help in eliminating the range anxiety that is generally associated with EVs. Just to jog the memory of our viewers, Volvo India recently stated that it will only sell petrol models in the country, and now it is about to start an all-new chapter with the first electric model in the country. So, like all EVs, the Volvo XC40 Recharge's pricing will play a key role as to how successful the car is in the price-sensitive Indian market. And the XC40 Recharge also helps Volvo achieve an important aim, and that is their global agenda of going carbon neutral by 2040. As I mentioned earlier, the XC40 Recharge has only been revealed today and the launch is still quite a few months away. But hopefully, Volvo will soon give us a car to drive it around, and then we can get back to you about how the car really is and will it do enough to be the flag bearer of the fact that it is Volvo's first ever EV. Until then, this is me, Divyang Bansal, signing off for AutoX.